Hi, this is Renee Stanley for Movie Review Relay, and we're here to talk about The Neighbors today. The Neighbors is a 2014 American comedy film directed by Nicholas Stoller, written by Andrew Cohen and Brandon O'Brien. The film stars Seth Rogen, Zac Efron, and Byrne, and David Franco. This is an R-rated comedy. I'm sorry, it's not for the squeamish. It's not for the, if you're very prude. You have to be brave if you're going to see this one. This has a lot of nudity, well, semi-nudity, and it's very crass. Okay, so the humor is crass, and it's oh so funny, though. It's like a guilty pleasure. You laugh when maybe you really, you feel kind of guilty, but it's funny. You got to do it. All right. Okay. Mac is played by Seth Rogen, and his wife Kelly is played by Byrne. Okay, they are a young couple with a newborn baby living in a quiet and safe neighborhood. When the film opens, the sex is in your face. They're trying to have sex, and the baby's right there, and it's so funny because the baby keeps looking, even though they think the baby's not. They turn the baby around, the baby's looking again at them having sex. So automatically, it's just it's going to be ridiculously funny. So there's a setup scene in which Mac is at work. He's trying to be this hip, cool guy at work. He smokes marijuana at lunchtime. He talks to his coworkers about his sex life, him and his wife, things not being the same since the baby came and things like that. But as most parents know who have children, yeah, it does change. Sorry, I don't know if that's a headline or not, but that's just the way it is. Okay, so everybody knows that your life changes once you have children. Yes, even your sex life. Okay, so one day a fraternity decides to move next door in the neighborhood, okay, where Mac and Kelly are living. After a short introduction that includes Mac sharing his weed with his fraternity members, the fraternity members begin partying at night, playing loud music. They're dirty dancing, doing drugs. There's somebody doing sex in a room. It's a paradise for young college kids. The leader of the fraternity is Teddy, that good-looking Zac Efron with the beautiful blue eyes, this handsome guy. Okay, so initially he appears to be very friendly. He asks Mac not to call the police in the event that the music is too loud or they're hanging out too much. Call me. Let's talk about it man to man. Don't get the police involved. Okay, we have a truce. So that's the arrangement that they make. However, of course, within a couple of nights or whatever, the music, of course, is too loud. Mac gets up. The baby can't sleep. Kelly can't sleep. She has, everybody has things to do, and they're tired. They want to go to bed. Okay, so Mac calls over to the fraternity house. Of course, nobody answers because they're having a good time. They don't, probably don't hear them or whatever. The next thing that happens is they go over there. Mac and the wife, Kelly, goes over to the fraternity house to ask them, please turn down the music. But in doing so, they get caught up with the music and the drugs and the beautiful girls and the good-looking guys, and they decide to stay and join the party. If you can't beat them, join them, guess kind of thing. Okay, so from that point, there is a kind of a competition because they feel like the fraternity members have crossed the line because they can't get any rest. The fraternity members feel as if they've been betrayed because at one point, Mac has to call the police because, things get out of hand. So they become enemies, and it becomes back and forth, who can outdo who, and let's see, can we get you put out, and things of that nature. And I'm not going to tell you how it ends because I know you guys hate that. That's really the spoiler part, is how it ends and how they reconcile the whole thing, okay? But you're going to enjoy it. Yes, you will see Seth Rogen having sex with his wife. Everybody likes that part. You should have heard them in the theater. They loved it. It was like you were looking at one of these social media networks where you're spying on these sex tapes. It was similar to that because it was something you're not supposed to see, right? The husband and wife having sex, okay? So that part, everybody got a kind of a bang. Everybody started laughing in the theater. So you will see that, but it's not too much. It's okay, but like I said, it's a crass. It's only for the brave. If you're not brave, you can't see it. All right, so 5 being the best, 1 being the worst. I give it a 3. Go see it. The Neighbors. Until we meet again, God bless. Renee Stanley for Movie Review Relay.